Roads and Helens, the 25th of February, the third round of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup. Whitehaven first out on the pitch. Just waiting for the Saints to be led out. Here they come. Tremendous cup fever here at Nosey Roads and Helens. And the Saints being led out by a 6-year-old Carl Trainer. He goes to St Mark's Roman Catholic School in Sutton Leach. His dad used to captain the town team in the rugby league, and believe it or not, keep it on the trainer name, he's a great, or should I say, Carl's great uncle was the scorer of the try in the first Challenge Cup final when St Helens played Batley in 1897, so he's keeping the tradition going, and hopefully he'll be out here on the pitch in years to come. Anyway, as special guests of the Saints today, we have the crew from British Telecom in Liverpool with Jerry Wilson and all his guests, and let's hope we have a successful game here today. Well, watching a successful game, no doubt the Saints are going to come through comprehensive winners of this afternoon's Challenge Cup third round clash. But out there centre field, matchday official Colin Morris, Saints captain Shane Cooper, the mascot today, Carl Trainer. All the officials just lining up with the matchday mascots, both the Whitehaven mascot as well, to have the photo taken. But with it being Challenge Cup day, Silk Cut Challenge Cup, we should have played Warrington today. That match has been moved up to next Wednesday. The Telecom were due to sponsor the Warrington match today, but the British Telecom section from Liverpool have been invited by St Helens Club as the guest today, and as I say, let's hope they see a successful match. I'm glad to say the weather's calmed down a bit. Terrible rain around about 1 o'clock, but anyway, we're ready for going. I'll give you the team changes as we go along, or shall I say the teams. Saints, number 1 Connolly, 2 Hunt, 3 Beavers, 4 Loughlin, 5 Quirk, 6 Frodsham, 7 Devine, 8 Farber, 9 Groves, 10 Man, 11 Dwyer, 12 Haggerty, 13 Cooper, 14 Bailey and 15 Bateman. For Whitehaven, 1 Richardson, 2 Solari, 3 Fisher, 4 Blaney, 5 Fryer as Whitehaven kick off, 6 Cameron, 7 Ward, 8 Howes, 9 Mounsey, 10 McCartney, 11 Delaney, 12 Lofthouse, 13 Hetherington with 14 Ryan and 15 Branthwaite. But Whitehaven kick off. Saints checking in the 25-yard area. Quickly breaking out of the tackling. We know it's the third round. Well, gone to George Mann, the ball bounced off him. It's gone into a Whitehaven pair of hands, but referee Morris awarding an early penalty to Whitehaven there. As I say, it's third round Challenge Cup tie, but it's the fourth round for the Saints. We have had a preliminary round against Castleford, then the first round away against Bramley, second round away against Hull, and we've landed a plum tie against Whitehaven in the third round. It's the club that all the remaining clubs wanted in the tie, and I'm only glad we're here at Nosey Road and not at the recreation ground at Whitehaven. But an early chance for Whitehaven to get points on the board. Saints losing the ball and then being penalised for not moving back in an offside position. On the 25, now just 10 yards to the left of the sticks. Looks as though he struck it well, yes. Number 6, Graham Cameron, slots it over, puts Whitehaven in the lead after just over a minute's play. So Whitehaven there take an early lead, 2 points to nil. Paul Loughlin to kick off, kicks it deep. Gary Hetherington picks it up, drives upfield, solid tackling from the Saints, and the Saints will have to contain Whitehaven up there. It's a rather swirling breeze. It usually blows down into the bottom corner over there near the restaurant side. Duncan McCartney moving it left. Whitehaven got beat last week by 40 points to 4 at Station Road, Swinton. I suppose it means nothing, it's just on the day. Les Quirk with an awkward bouncing ball. And Whitehaven penalised for offside. As I said, an awkward bouncing ball. But they didn't give Les Quirk the required 5 yards. He did gather it without being touched, but referee Morris right on the job, and Paul Loughlin finds touch 10 yards inside the Whitehaven half. Groves to restart, on to Les Quirk. Took a nasty knock at Barra last week, injury, he's got it strapped up there, but he must be ruled fit to play. George Mann bursting into the Whitehaven defence, and Norman Lofthouse there, where the last time we played Whitehaven, at the recreation ground anyway, he was on the wing, who was Lofthouse, and quite a speedy character if I may say so. Tommy Frodsham at dummy half, well, Barber finally allowed to get up. Frodsham, Saints moving it left, Devine along the line, Cooper, lofted ball to Loughlin, out to one tackle. Trying to be forced into touch, but just keeps in field, does very well there. Quirk at dummy half, Saints move it in field now. Along the line, looking for the break, somebody will have to straighten up. Tommy Frodsham makes the gap, quick hands there. That was the idea of Phil Beavers, but Hunt gathers it, comes inside, steps out of 2 tackles, but he's bundled down just short of the 25. 6th and final tackle. I would imagine the Saints will run it. Groves, Frodsham, rubber kick through, all onside. Well, Cooper has it, has he? Well, Cooper penalised, I think, for pushing the Whitehaven man. Blaney, I think it is. The Saints having the penalty awarded against them. Cameron. So Whitehaven find touch just outside their own 25. Moving it crossfield. Solid tackling there. Shane Cooper well in with George Mann. On to loose forward Hetherington. Flicks a lovely ball inside, but it goes to George Mann. He flicks it up again. Devine, but he has it knocked out of his hands. But it goes back, it's facing Whitehaven's own posts, and Whitehaven are back in possession. Saints will have to calm it down. They scored 46 points against Barra 6 at Craven Park last Sunday, but it wasn't a convincing performance, even though there was a 40-point gap. It certainly didn't produce the flowing rugby that we're used to. Whitehaven here by virtue of a first-round tie against Lee. They played Keighley at home in the second round, and now they're here against the Saints for the third round. A daunting task to come here at Nosey Road against an informed Saints. Haggerty and Loughlin. Prop forward there, Stephen Howes lofts it up. Alan Hunt has to chase back, but it goes touching goal, does it? No, it stops in the field of play. Hunt now coming crossfield. Brought down 10 yards, centre field. Short of his own line, the ball's kicked through. It's going to be another further 6 tackles. But Farber, I think he lost it there, but it went back. Referee Morris waves the tackle count clean. Whitehaven pressing up very quickly. They'll obviously try to put Saints off the game in the opening 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. But just let's hope they run out of steam. Roy Haggerty bursting through, one-handed. He's just going to flick it up to Groves there, but he had to take the tackle. Groves again, George Mann. Solid tackling there from Whitehaven. Centre Fisher and Duncan McCartney at the tackle. Tommy Frodsham now. Lovely ball to George Mann. Short ball to Haggerty. Saints playing on the blind side. On to Les Quirk. But solid Whitehaven tackling, and this won't do. Just slow motion play from the Saints. We expect more from the Saints, and it's the 6th and final tackle. Shane Cooper lofts it in the air. Awkward ball. Well taken on the far side. Left winger there, Stephen Fryer, took it really well. Bernard Dwyer coming in, completes the tackle. On to Duncan McCartney now, he takes it left. Whitehaven moving it blindside. On to a big stop prop, Stephen Howes. Is it Gary Mounsey at acting half-back? Swings it onto James Ward, onto Lofthouse. We should pick him out, shouldn't we? I just hope the reflection off his head doesn't go in the Saints' eyes during the game. It's Mounsey, flings it left to Ward. Tries to grubber it through, but it goes back. Whitehaven still in possession, but there are quick hands for them. On to Hetherington. He's a seasoned campaigner. Well, is that the sixth tackle? Yes, the sixth tackle being signified by referee Morris. Dwyer plays it and Saints are on the way again. Tommy Frodsham, lofted ball to Loughlin, out to Quirk. Has to come inside. Takes the tackle there of Tony Solari. Sean Devine moves it in field. Cooper onto Frodsham, now to George Mann, looking for space. Lovely ball there to Connolly. Out to Alan Hunt. Takes it well. Let's see what this lad can do. Brought down just short of the 25. And Saints moving upfield. A good 50-yard movement there from the Saints. Along the line, but somebody will have to straighten up. Loughlin just has to take the tackle there as Ward comes in. Farber now. Both Farber and Quirk took knocks at Barra, but they're out there. Back to full fitness. Whitehaven are sticking to the task. They're doing the tackling. They're leading by 2 points to 0. 8.5 minutes gone, and is it Cameron there and McCartney being penalised for holding the Saints player down in his efforts to restart play. But Paul Loughlin elects to go for touch, finds touch, 10 yards in the Whitehaven 25 against the wind there, and electing not to go for goal. Groves restarts, onto Cooper, onto George Mann, looking for support now, back to Cooper, quick hands, Frodsham, Loughlin, yes, well taken by Beavers, out to Hunt, he's in at the corner. Alan Hunt was in for the first try of the afternoon at Nosey Road. Just as the applause and cheering dies down, Alan Hunt there credited with his 19th try this season. Saints leading try scorer now. It was joint on 18 with Phil Beavers, but quick hands there. Groves played it quickly. A planned move from the Saints, and then it went right across the field. A superb take by Phil Beavers, and then he flicked it on to Alan Hunt, and he went in unopposed at the corner. Put Saints into the lead at 4 points to 2, and that paid dividends, didn't it, when Shane Cooper elected to kick upfield from the penalty award, and Saints come up with the 4 points from that movement. Well, Loughlin on the far side, he's looking to kick the ball, but obviously there was a strong wind blowing it over. It's like Tommy Frodsham will have to go over. Well, we've got a minute, and we can just give all the lads in the Swan in town Frank Connolly's hostelry. Gary Connolly's dad, if we can give them all a mention, Ray Riley, all the bus lads there, the Mersey bus transport that go in, and Field Marshal PK Smith, if we can give him a special mention. But that goal kick attempt goes wide. It's still 4 points to 2 in the Saints' favour, and also in the Swan, all the Saints speckies that watch our videos. I'm sure with mentioning Field Marshal PK Smith, you'll get a large cheer when you watch this video. He's one of our finer drivers. Anyway, it's Whitehaven to kick off, having just gone behind by 4 points to 2. Saints breaking quickly. Cooper turns inside. Still keeping it going, but the ball's gone back, surely, yes. Referee Morris ruling it, or indicating that it's gone back. Well, we know this, don't we? Farber breaking through blindside, through the tackle, brilliant rugby from Farber. Just going to release it to Haggerty, but he was well marshalled there, wasn't he? Dwyer. Tommy Frodsham, out to Beavers. Hunt on his outside, he gives it to Hunt now. Takes it well, he's coming back across in field. Just had a rough time of it lately as Alan Hunt, just not been able to get it together. scored a try at Barrow. He's got one this afternoon. But the ball goes loose. Groves has it knocked from his hands, and Duncan McCartney, the prop for, one of the props I should say, for Whitehaven, comes up with possession. Took a knock there as Paul Groves, but Whitehaven are in possession now, midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Loughlin and Cooper moving very quickly. Billy Fisher it is. They move it left onto Tony Delaney. Solid tackling there from Mann. Real crunching tackle, but from acting half-back, Gary Mounsey breaks through, but Haggerty's there with Cooper. On now to Ward. Lofts it up in the air, awkward ball. Well, Hunt takes it well, it does go back, he's facing his own posts. Connolly at dummy half. Breaks the tackle of Hetherington, moves up to the 10-yard line. Saints still in the lead, 4 points to 2. 13 minutes of the game gone. George Mann bounces off the tackler, off the tackler there. Gets it out to Sean Devine. Norman Lofthouse coming in. Roy Haggerty into space. Oh, lovely ball. Yes, it's still alive. Oh, Whitehaven come up with it. It's a pity Saints just couldn't have come up with it there. The ball did go back. But Saints breaking through the defence. Well, Whitehaven there coming up with a quick... trying to take a quick tap penalty. Willie Richardson moving up quickly as Saints were caught offside. Cameron finds touch 10 yards from the Saints line. Have to do some defending now, the Saints. Just leading by 4 points to 2, and Whitehaven, they're going to see if they can penetrate this Saints defence. McCartney takes it up. George Mann in at the tackle there with Bernard Dwyer. Mounsey at dummy half, onto Hetherington. Saints looking to take him up over their own line, is he, and hold him up. But it's Ward now, attacking half-back, looking to get things going. It's charged down. Is it 6 tackles again? But Whitehaven spreading it quickly onto Cameron, inside to Solari. Whitehaven charging for the line. Well, the tackle count, it's not been waved clean. Didn't know whether it had touched the Saints' hand there, but obviously not. Whitehaven tried to dive over, but solid tackling from the Saints. And I think, have they come up with possession? Yes, Saints have come up with possession. Well, it must be offside, Whitehaven, surely. Temper's getting a little frayed. Norman Lofthouse in there. He's being ushered away. But Whitehaven, they wasn't onside then as Saints tried to play that ball. Referee Morris stops the clock. He's going to have a word with, Lofthouse is being brought out. And is it Paul Groves as well? So just a few words of wisdom from referee Morris. Whether we'll get a scrum or a penalty, we don't know. But a knock-on being given. Saints having to drop out from between the sticks. So knock-on behind the line. Loughlin drops out. Against the breeze, it holds up, and Whitehaven in possession just outside the Saints 25. Left winger there, Fryer, trying to get underway. Solid tackling again. George Mann quickly in. It goes to Hetherington now. 16 minutes gone. There's still the score, 4 points to 2 in the Saints' favour. And Whitehaven spreading it quickly. Cameron, what a knock on there. Advantage to the Saints, and it's with Devine. So referee Morris allows play to go on. It's only the third time we've met Whitehaven in the Cup competition. It was only formed in 48-49 season, and we played them in 56-57 up at the recreation ground. We lost by 9 points to 8. Then, only 2 seasons ago, 86-87, beat them here at Nosey Road by 41 points to 12. And we're looking forward to an emphatic win this afternoon. The score is only 4 points to 2 at present, so no doubt once Saints get their act together. Out onto Les Quirk now. We'll have to keep him field. He does well. Tony Solari brings him down. On to Roy Haggerty now. Saints spread it quickly, get the ball going. Well, Beavers can't tell. A double knock on there, surely. Number 4, Jed Blaney, couldn't take it. And certainly a chance there for the Saints, for Whitehaven, I should say. An awkward ball to Beavers, it just touched his fingertips, he knocked it on. And then Blaney couldn't gather it. And he had the wingman on his outside, and he's certainly a chance of setting Whitehaven underway. Well, I think this is the first scrum of the match. Can't recollect having one before. Nearly 18 minutes gone, and Whitehaven feed it, and Whitehaven come up with possession. Breaking quickly, inside to Cameron. Quite a healthy crowd here at Knowsley Road. There's definitely cup fever. It's the Saints crowd, the Saints faithful. And no doubt there'll be quite a few more crawling out of the woodwork when we get into the semi-final. Norman Lofthouse there, coming through. Full back, Richardson. Finally bundled out, Frodsham did well. Mounsey, dummy half, on to Ward, along the line, awkward ball. Taken by Fisher. But Dwyer stops him. Sixth and final tackle. Is that an attempted drop goal? It's on to Hetherington, but it's going to go dead. Gary Connolly just allowing it to go dead. Saints are going to restart with a tap from the centre of the 25. Saints looking for a third semi-final appearance in the last 4 seasons. Les Quirk comes in field, takes the ball off Paul Groves. And Whitehaven with this afternoon without Steve Petrie, he's just picked an 8-match ban up, and also Kelly Shelford. But it's Farber bursting through. On to Loughlin. Well, it was a forward pass there, but nobody had caught Loughlin. If the pass had been right, Farber did well there, broke out to the first line of defence, flicked it up to Loughlin, and it was forward. Second scrum in quick succession inside the Whitehaven half, this time with Ward feeding. On about forward passes, Wakefield unlucky yesterday. They just come up for a forward pass for a late try and a double movement. They just managed to scrape through the pie eaters, didn't they, by 26 points to 14. I just hope that when the balls are in the bag for tomorrow's draw, that they keep the Saints and Wigan apart, because we've got to get them back at Wembley and repay them in full for that humiliating 27-0 defeat at Wembley last season. Ward kicks it downfield for the corner, but it bounces infield. Connolly takes it. Does well, threads his way through Connolly. Hurling up the main stand side. Brings it back up to nearly the halfway line. Beavers flicks it up. Divine along the line now. Saints breaking quickly. Frodsham, tremendous sidestep. Dwyer wants a quick play of the ball, but Tommy Frodsham knocks on. Unlucky there. He wanted to play it quickly. He knocked on, he fumbled it, and unfortunately referee Morris saw it. So it's another scrum right on the halfway line. Whitehaven feed, Ward to feed. Just waiting for the scrum to be packed correctly. Ward feeds, well, didn't look as though he got in, that did it, but referee Morris allows play to go on, and it's now the ball's with Jed Blaney on the far side. Cameron there trying to thread his way through. Just over 21 minutes gone, 4 points to 2 the score in Saints' favour. Inside ball there from captain Howes. Saints tackling holds firm. Whitehaven move 15 yards up towards the Saints line. On to Hetherington. No matter what your league position, and Whitehaven are in 15th position in the second division, Saints are in 3rd position in the first division. Cup rugby's a different kettle of fish. Lofthouse coming onto a short ball. Banged down by Dwyer there, Farber, Frodsham in attention. Gary Connolly. Well, is Les Quirk going to be penalised? No, it's the other way. Solari there. No, I beg your pardon. It is Les Quirk that's going to be penalised. Solari trying to... No, has he changed it round? Well, anything can happen. Yes, it's a penalty to the Saints. Tommy Frodsham having to come off, now replaced by Mark Bailey. So after a little mix-up there on my behalf, Solari there, he was holding Les Quirk and trying to play for a penalty. But Saints kick upfield, and from the restart, Whitehaven look as though they're trying to mix it. Paul Farber now drives it upfield. Well, it's just warming up now, isn't it? Second row Delaney for Whitehaven, moves in quickly. Haggerty now comes onto a short ball from Cooper. Whitehaven tackling holds firm. Mark Bailey, first touch, swings it to right. Dwyer now. Lofthouse coming in, see if he can pinch the ball from Bernard Dwyer. Mark Bailey at dummy half. Unlucky Tommy Frodsham there, must have took a knock and he's had to be replaced. Connolly, out to Beavers. The ball to Hunt, but it goes into touch. Beavers had the right idea, he wanted to get it underway very quickly. But the ball going into touch on the far side. Excuse me. Ward to feed on the far side. Saints pushing the scrum, and Devine comes round quickly, but it's the left winger Fryer. Saints close up very quickly. Whitehaven taking the scrums 4-0. Only because the Saints haven't had a feed so far. But breaking up quickly, Whitehaven. Breaking through the defence there. Saints will have to ensure this tackling counts. 2 and 3 men in the tackle. But the breaking on the blind side. Hetherington trying to get things underway. Groves clamps him round the chest as Dwyer has his legs. Saints' other substitute today is Andy Bateman. Been out for 6 weeks with 3 broken ribs. I believe he played in the A-team last Friday night. Obviously come through unscathed. As Whitehaven try a little chip, Devine takes it well. And the Whitehaven attack comes up very quickly. Alan Hunt. Still the score, 4 points to 2. 25 minutes of the first half gone. George Mann. Still gets the ball away to Dwyer. Beats the first line of defence, and Dwyer's going up centre field. Out to Bailey. Still going is Mark Bailey. Gives the dummy. Finally releases it to Cooper, but he's tackled from behind by Mounsey, and he loses the ball, and Whitehaven come up with possession. Cooper and Devine in there at the tackle, and Saints moving up very quickly. They'll have to contain Whitehaven up at that end. Billy Fisher and Mounsey at dummy half. On to Ward, along the line, Lofthouse. Farber and Dwyer complete the tackle. Referee Morris making sure the Saints line out, and Whitehaven move it to the left, and it's on to Cameron. Grubbers it downfield, and a good kick from Cameron using the breeze. Finds touch just inside the Saints 25. So scrum down right on the Saints 25, and it's the Saints feed. Devine feeds, and Saints come up with possession. Certainly not overawed this afternoon at Whitehaven. They're moving up very quickly, closing the Saints down. A lot of loose play in centre field from both teams. Farber flicks it to Groves. Out to, well, must have touched a Whitehaven man. It's not indicated as of yet. Yes, there is the signal from referee Morris. The tackle count restarts. George Mann steaming upfield, lofts it out to Groves. Quick play from Saints. Beavers looming over here, inside to Loughlin. He takes it on the opposite diagonal, stretches up centre field. Releases it to Groves, out to Roy Haggerty now. On to Groves, oh, never. No, I disagree with referee Morris there. I don't think that was a forward, but Groves was right through. Good play from Haggerty there. Release it to Groves, always there and about backing up. But the pass ruled forward, and Groves is in the clear. Drum down, Whitehaven feed. Whitehaven come up with possession. Quick run around. Certainly look lively in the loose, don't they? Shane Cooper completes the tackle. Second row forward there, Tony Delaney. And it's Malmsey at dummy half. Brings it blindside onto Lofthouse. Loughlin brings him down. Dwyer around the legs. Malmsey again onto Ward. Moving it quickly. Crossfield. Cameron. Short ball there. On to captain Stephen Howes. Playing it very quickly onto Hetherington. Certainly moving it quickly at Whitehaven. Sixth and final tattle now. Malmsey at dummy half. On to Ward. Little chip kick through. Trying to put Gary Connolly under pressure. But he gathers it safely. Lofthouse comes in, completes the tattle, and Solari comes in and clamps him round the waist. Loughlin from dummy half. Saints kept in their own half for a lot of this game so far. Very limited excursions into the Whitehaven 25. We've only scored one try, and that was on one of the trips over there in the far side after some good movements in the Whitehaven 25. Cooper, Haggerty, the ball goes back. Connolly tidies up. Delaney comes in and completes the tackle. Cooper onto Loughlin for the kick upfield. Saints getting a little bunched. Bounces infield, and Fryer comes up with the ball. Beavers and Hunt complete the tackle. It's kicked through. It's on the first tackle anyway. Richardson now was forced back by Hunt. So Whitehaven losing 10 yards there at that play of the ball. From acting half-back, it looks like Billy Fisher trying to scamper his way through. 10 minutes of the first half remaining. The score still 4 points to 2 in Saints' favour. And certainly a good cup tie this afternoon. Malmsey. Whitehaven spreading it left. On to Fisher. But Loughlin taking a knock there centre field. Malmsey again feeds it inside to Solari, but good tackle from Cooper. Takes it well. Sixth and final one now for Whitehaven. On to Cameron, he lofts it. Is it going to be too deep? Hunt takes it well. He'll have to come back into the field of play. Well, he does so as the wingman there, Fryer, comes in. Does well there, Alan Hunt on the far side. An awkward ball in this breeze. And Whitehaven certainly putting it to full use and peppering the Saints with a lot of these high balls. George Mann now. Flicks it out to Cooper, quick hands, Dwyer, Haggerty, lovely ball up to Loughlin, out to Quirk, takes it well. Come on, Les Quirk, let's see what you can do. He's still going, beats the full back, he's hurling up the wing. Oh, yes! What a superb try from Les Quirk. A full 75, 80-yard movement. Well, a superb try there from Les Quirk. He got it after quick handling, a lovely ball from Loughlin, and Quirky came in, he pushed the fullback who came in, Richardson pushed him off, then Solari tried to have a go at him, he pushed him off with ease, and then went in behind the sticks. A superb try from Les Quirk, and he's possibly still suffering from a strain, a knee strain, but you perhaps go a long way before you'll see a try of that magnitude at Nosey Road. That must be one of the best tries we've seen so far this season. Perfect handing off from Les Quirk, and he touched down right behind the sticks. Puts Saints into an 8 points to 2 lead now, and just a formality from Loughlin to bang this one between the sticks. So Loughlin there strikes it well, bangs it over. First goal of the afternoon, 121st of the season, to go along with Les Quirk's 8th try of the season. Well, that certainly brought the deadlock, hasn't it? It took a bit of the pressure off us. Struggling at 4 points to 2 with half an hour gone, and then Quirk coming up with a pearler. and Lachlan goals it. 10 points to 2, 8 points cushion for the Saints, and let's go again. The ball going into touch on the far side there. Whitehaven men urged up very quickly. Awkward ball in this swirling breeze. Sean Devine to feed. Saints come up with possession, but Devine penalised for feeding. I think that's the indication. Feeding, it's there. So Whitehaven putting the pressure back on, with Devine penalised for feeding, and Duncan McCartney moving upfield, and now Whitehaven trying to spread it quickly to the right. Just going further behind there with that Quirk try and Lachlan goal. And well, tackling's the name of the game, Mr. Morris. He says he's shouted held, and I mean, you've got to get the bloke down on the floor, haven't you? This is the name of the game. As Haggerty and was it Bernard Dwyer in at the tackle, but they're going for a goal. They're going for a goal attempt. A Whitehaven. Obviously difficult to hear the referee's instructions in this strong wind, but it sounds good anyway, doesn't it? 10 points to 2, Saints in the lead. Whitehaven, Cameron it is. He's kicked one so far. Just Whitehaven's only 2 points this afternoon. Similar position, so he shouldn't have any problem. Kicks it well. Cheers from the Whitehaven support behind the. Or should I say, next to the clubhouse, or in front of the clubhouse. I'll get it right eventually, but that reduces the deficit to 6 points, 10 points to 4 in Saints' favour. Lachlan kicks it up into the Whitehaven 25, and it's Malmsey now at dummy half. On to Howes. Just over 5 minutes remaining, and Saints will want to hold Whitehaven upfield, but they're going to kick it. Playing it down in the Saints 25, but it goes to Gary Connolly. Whitehaven move up very quickly. And Alan Hunt's breaking through, but the big cheer you just heard is for Oldham 8, Widnes 4 at Norton Park. Well, they'll do for us in the semi-final, won't they? George Mann, centre field, Bailey inside. George Mann, oh, tremendous, onto Les Quirk, but he'll have to feed it inside. He doesn't, he takes the tackle, but a tremendous drive upfield from George Mann. Mann again, onto Mark Bailey. Bailey was with him, but he didn't see it. It's onto Forber, onto Devine. Saints looking to spread it out. Devine moves closer to the centre. Takes the tackle, and Groves now from acting half-back, scampering through. Lovely ball to Dwyer. Ooh, looked a bit high, that tackle from Etherington. But it's the sixth and final one. Look at Groves urging his players on. Inside ball to Forber. He has to take the tackle, it's the changeover. Saints force the Whitehaven man in his in-goal area, so they'll have to drop out from between the sticks. It's funny he didn't blow up and said he'd shouted held, isn't it? But anyway, Whitehaven, the pressure's on them now. They had possession right near their own line, they was forced over it. They've got to drop out from between the sticks. Awkward ball, and Mark Bailey left it. Connolly gathers it now, Bailey and Hunter with him. Connolly drives up, centre field. Whitehaven looking to make a substitution. The fullback, Willie Richardson, he's had to come off. He's got head damage, whether he's got a cut in the head, I don't know, but it's on to George Mann. Inside ball to Lachlan. Threading his way through is Lachlan. Shane Cooper, on to George Mann. Inside ball to Lachlan, quick hands to Bailey. Overlap on the right, Saints, oh, Haggerty, brilliant. On to Groves. Groves quick play the ball. Well, Saints penalised over there for whatever reason, I don't know. Somebody must have said something, judging by the referee's indication. And Whitehaven can now make a substitution with Ryan coming on, replacing Richardson. Groves wanted a quick play the ball there, as he always does. But referee Morris must have taken exception to something he said. And consequently, Whitehaven come up with a penalty. Just over 2 minutes remaining. 10 points to 4 in Saints' favour. 2 tries and a goal to the Saints against 2 penalty goals to Whitehaven. Malmsey onto Ward, along the line, Hetherington. Trying to break the defence, he does so, and he releases it to Malmsey. On to Howes. Whitehaven moving upfield, certainly not frightened of throwing the ball about. Chip kick through. Saints cover defence will have to come back. Connolly letting it run dead. Well, nasty bit of work there from Billy Fisher coming through. Slid into Connolly, took him to ground. The ball had run dead. Groves plays it quickly onto Alan Hunt. Trying to catch Whitehaven off guard. Hunt still going. 8 yards short of the halfway line now. Can Saints get another 6 points on the board before the half-time interval? Bailey, Farber. Lovely ball to Loughlin. Inside to Farber again, but it's knocked on. It's still loose. Finally picked up by a Whitehaven hand. Malmsey, I think it is. He looks as though he's took a knock. No, it's the prop forward McCartney. A lot of these Whitehaven players sporting headbands. The ball's now with Tony Delaney. Hetherington, centre field, looking to straighten up. Saints clamp him. Farber and Mann, joint prop forwards, bring him to ground. Ward. Whitehaven spreading it left. 10 yards into the Saints half now. Ward from acting halfback on to substitute Mark Ryan. Moving it over to the left. Sixth and final tackle signified. You can bet Whitehaven will loft it in the area now. Well, they're running it. No, they finally grubber it through. Sean Devine takes it. Whitehaven come up and complete the tackle. Playing in time, added on for injury now, I make it. Oh, stoppage, I should say. Groves onto Farber, straightening it up. Still driving Farber. Flicks it out to Cooper. Saints on the charge. On to Dwyer. Over to Hunter. Gives it Alan Hunt. He's coming across field. Lovely inside ball there to Beavers. Out to Devine. On to Connolly. Saints spread it. Overlap on the left here. Loughlin inside to Haggerty. Takes the tackle. Saints move upfield. 45 yards. Bailey wants a quick play the ball. On to George Mann, straight runner, centre field. Lovely ball to Connolly, but it's knocked back. Unlucky, there's the half-time hooter. So at half-time here at Nosey Road, a pulsating silk cut Challenge Cup tie. Saints going leading by 10 points to 4. Whitehaven opened the scoring in the first minute by a Cameron penalty goal, and then tries from Hunt in the 9th. Quirk, a superb solo effort from Les Quirk in the 31st minute, converted by Loughlin. Then Cameron with a second penalty goal for Whitehaven in the 34th minute. So at half-time, the score here at Nosey Road is 10 points to 4. And just while we're having a break, if I can just give you an important message to Stephen from Billinge, and he'll know who he is. Get upstairs and get that room tidied to find that stuff for me, otherwise there's going to be trouble. So don't forget, Stephen, make sure you get upstairs and get that room sorted out. Anyway, we'll just have a break and hope you can join us for the second half. Back with you now for the second half of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup match. Saints leading by 10 points to 4. And I'm sure Jerry Wilson and his guests from British Telecom at Liverpool will be enjoying this pulsating match. Also, Carl Trainer, today's match day mascot, he'll be enjoying it, especially with Saints leading at half-time by 10 points to 4. Saints kick off deep. Whitehaven do well, just 6. It's in the field of play. In his in goal area and quickly break out. It's Lofthouse now. No doubt Mike McClellan will have a few words of wisdom at half-time. Saints' performance just needs to be jollied up a bit. But I'm sure, I think it's Eric Fitzsimons that coaches Whitehaven. He can't be too displeased with his team's performance. They certainly played quite well. Just that bit of brilliance from Les. Well, the ball being lost there. Yes, it was lost. The referee, Colin Morris, looked to the touch judge on this popular side and he said he'd lost it. Obviously he was unsighted with referee Morris. Scrum down, Saints to feed. I think it was Whitehaven, they took the scrums 5. Well, he wasn't onside, surely. One against the head there, but Ward, he wasn't onside, never retired. So possession going a begging there from the Saints. Whitehaven in possession, Mounsey gets to play the ball there from second row forward, Delaney. Whitehaven moving it infield. As I said, Eric Fitzsimons, he can't be too displeased with his team's performance. They've took the ball up to the Saints and they've looked quite good at times, but Saints defence has held firm. Struggling at 4 points to 2, and then that superb Les Quirk try broke the deadlock. The ball kicked through there, Les Quirk couldn't stop it. It bounced just in front of him, 10 yards short of the Saints 25. So scrum down there, Saints come up with possession. Onto Mark Bailey, Loughlin. Oh, the ball goes loose. Whitehaven come up with possession, do they? Saints have it back. Loughlin did well there. The pass just going astray in the breeze. Groves onto George Mann, quick hands to Bailey. Sidestepping through, gives the dummy, has to take the tattle. George Mann taken on suspicion there by Stephen Fryer. Haggerty now. Flicks it up to Connolly. Certainly looked a bit aggressive there from Billy Fisher coming round Connolly's head. But it's Lofthouse there that finally comes up as the marker. Cooper, inside ball to Farber. Stretching for the line, Cooper on the left. Well, that's it. It's a run in, isn't it? Cooper right under the sticks. Well, just to the left. That was close. 3 minutes gone and Saints off with a bang. Shane Cooper finally touching down 10-15 yards to the left of the sticks. Paul Farber making the initial break, and there was Cooper on his left, and he came in field. Solari tried to catch him, but no way. And Cooper touched down there. His 8th try of the season extends the Saints lead to 14 points to 4. Paul Loughlin there, 20 yards out, just to the left of the sticks. Bangs it right between, and Saints now 16 points to 4 with the tails up. Just before we get underway, I can give you a mention for the supporters club. They've got a show coming up. It's the Lyndon Nolan show starring Bobby Barron. Also, there's a disco and a late bar. Tickets are £5 from the supporters club shop or any of the supporters club committee. Hope you'll support it. They're usually a good night, these. The Whitehaven kick off. The ball up to Phil Beavers. Puts the pressure on. Puts the ball back in the Whitehaven half. Solari it is that gathers it. Saints have to give him 5 yards, and Bailey comes in round the legs. Groves is it, and Farber around the chest. Fisher there. Plays the ball now to Mounsey. Trying to scamper away, but solid Saints tackling. 16 points to 4 in the lead, and they certainly not want to relinquish any of this lead. So Whitehaven still in possession. Sixth and final tattle. 5 yards short of the halfway line. On to Ward. Tries to grubber it through. Les Quirk takes it well, but is it Ward that comes up and completes the tattle? Yes, he was the kicker and he did well. Held on to Les Quirk there. Sean Devine trying to scamper through from acting half-back. Solid tackling there. Delaney comes in. Pressurises him. No way through for him. This ball will have to be thrown about. Bernard Dwyer. Lofthouse there trying to wrench the ball loose. Dwyer plays it to Groves. Groves coming cross-field. George Mann powering his way through. Flicks it to Connolly. Overlap here on the left of the stick. Connolly threading through. Kicks it downfield for Alan Hunt. Yes, will the ball hang up? Oh, it's just run dead. Unlucky there. The idea was right. Connolly had broken through. He could see there was no way through for him. He grubbed it diagonally to the corner, and Alan Hunt just couldn't gather it. The ball just ran dead. Whitehaven start with a tap from the 25. They move up very quickly. Malmsey brings it blindside. On to Blaney. Levers brings him down. Malmsey at dummy half. Whitehaven still in possession, trailing by 16 points to 4. On to substitute back Ryan. Excuse me. Well, Saints penalised on the left for offside. Shane Cooper is pointing to. Hetherington tries to work a flanker and get another 10 yards, but referee Morris penalises the Saints. Cameron finds touch on the Saints 25. And it's Malmsey to restart. Well, surely the ball's open for grabs. He's put it on the floor. I mean, when you're playing the ball, if you put it on the ground, it's open for grabs and you can strike at it. The hooker put it on the ground and just took his hooks. But referee Morris there, he wasn't forthcoming in giving a decision. But Whitehaven gather it, and it's Hetherington. 10 yards from the Saints line. Malmsey at dummy half, moves it to the right. Short ball, well, I thought it was a short ball to the hooker. Was it the hooker? But he didn't gather it. No, there's the hooker now. It was the captain Howes. But it's on to Ward. Turns in the tackle, looking to release. Saints defence will have to hold firm. Sixth and final tackle now. Whitehaven bringing it left. Cameron. Little chip kick through. Well, has he scored? Well, it's a restart from the centre of the 25. So what could have happened there, I don't know. Haggerty gets things underway. Saints want to quick play the ball. 3 Whitehaven tacklers. On top of Haggerty there, finally allowed to play it. Saints move it to the left. George Mann. Lofted ball, Les Quirk. Saints in possession, and it's certainly a good cup tie. There's no danger. 16 points to 4. Saints are in the lead. Dwyer onto Quirk. He's off again. He kicks it forward. Well, obstructed there. Obstructed by the full-back. Well, it's not the full-back. He's gone off injured, hasn't he? But Saints want to play it quickly. Quirk there as he kicked it through. Well, it could be the full-back back on. There's quite a few sporting headbands. Has he got 10 minutes sin bin? Well, the referee stops the clock. Somebody's got 10 minutes sin bin, but they've not gone. The clock stopped. Referee Morris is having consultations with the touch judge on the far side. Saints have the penalty. No, there's nobody in the sin bin. Well, it certainly confused me there. Up Saints. Another 5 tackles now to penetrate this Whitehaven line. Haggerty. Inside ball, well, to Dwyer, but it bounces off Dwyer, and Whitehaven come up with possession. It's Cameron. Ward along the line now. Solid tackling there. Loughlin, but he's took a knock in the shoulder there, coming in on that tackle on Delaney. But it's Mounds in the hooker. Attacked in half-back. Whitehaven move it right. Ward straightens up, sees the gap, tries to scamper through. Releases the ball now to Cameron. Whitehaven on the charge. Cooper completes the tackle. Mounsey brings it left. On to substitute back Ryan. But he's bounced to the ground by George Mann. And Whitehaven still bringing it blindside. Knock on there from Stephen Fryer. Scrum down right in front of us. Saints feed. Saints in the lead, 16 points to 4. 11 minutes of the second half gone. Devine feeds and Saints come up with possession. Loop movement with Bailey and George Mann. Watch him go. Lovely ball to Beavers. Well, Lofthouse there penalised for holding the Beavers down. Rightly so. Right in front of the sticks. Cooper takes it quickly. Surely Whitehaven worked the requisite 10 yards, but Lofthouse is in again. Haggerty straightening up, centre field. 8 yards now from the Whitehaven line. 4 tackles to make it count. Groves at dummy half. Saints take it left. Dwyer, George Mann. Inside ball to Loughlin. Spreads it to Devine along the line. Cooper. Bailey. Well, the ball should have gone there. 3 men on his right. But Saints still on the charge. Loughlin. Lovely ball inside to Cooper. Groves now, and Saints putting tremendous amount of pressure on Whitehaven. Farber. Well, it's touched Whitehaven hands, and substitute back Ryan comes up with possession. Just got a hand in the way there, Whitehaven, and saved a lot of pressure from the Saints. Delaney, I think it may have been Delaney that took Quirk out on the far side, but he's took a knock there. Delaney gets up to his feet very slowly. Play is underway, and it's with Billy Fisher on the far side. Les Quirk has him and drags him into touch. Good tackle from Quirk. Well, a big cheer goes up again as Oldham are 14 and Widnes 4 at Norton Park. So Saints there, the faithful gets behind them to scrum down on the far side with the Saints feed. 5 yards inside the Whitehaven 25. Well, things, what's he got out? He's got the captains out on the far side. The captains and the hookers, I think. Certainly a lot of conversation going on the far side. The scrum down to be formed. Devine to feed. Well, obviously it's not on the correct blade of grass for referee Morris, and he's just bringing them over a bit. Oh, I don't know. Devine feeds. Saints push Whitehaven off the ball, and Sean Devine's accused of feeding. In fact, referee Morris is bringing him over in the presence of the captain. Certainly making a name for himself, this Morris, isn't he? Comes from Huddersfield. I do believe he originates from St Helens. But Saints have been awarded the penalty against them. Whitehaven move upfield, midway between their own 25 and the halfway. Mounds at dummy half. £16 points to 4 the score. And just quarter of an hour of the second half gone. Blustery day, but Saints with the breeze for the second half. Whitehaven with just 2 penalty goals to the credit. And trying to spread it left, Ward onto Lofthouse, into Cooper. He releases the ball and Whitehaven onto Cameron. Well, he does well, Cameron, feeds it inside to Pryor. He's still going up centre field, is Pryor. Devine brings him down. Good open play from Whitehaven. Mounds it dummy half. Onto Hetherington, straightening it up. Centre field, up to the 25, looking for support. Oh, what a tackle. Gary Connolly picks him up and dumps him down. Sixth and final tackle now, onto Ward. Tries to grubber it through. He can't gather it. Dwyer does though. Saints back in possession. Whitehaven penalised for offside. Well, a lot of early, well, nearly there. Around about Christmas, we had a lot of attack on the directors and what have you from a poor Saints performance over the holiday period, and somebody brought a fanzine out, the director. I don't know whether you've read it or not, but it's certainly a good read, well worth reading. A bit satirical, but that's the idea. If you can't take a bit of stick. But Farber stretching upfield. Oh, inside to Groves. Superb try. And hasn't Paul Farber had a superb game today? Goes over there after tremendous burst from Paul Farber. And hasn't he had a tremendous game, Farber? There's no danger. He's always there in the thick of it, there and about, and I'd pick him as being man of the match for today at present. I know there's another 25 minutes of the game to go, but he certainly had a superb game. Lovely ball there onto Groves, and he powered over just to the right of the sticks. 8th try of the season for Groves. Loughlin, just a formality, surely. So Paul Groves positioning himself again, just as well about the fanzine. They're very popular now in the rugby league clubs. There's quite a lot in football. Loughlin banged it over to extend the Saints lead to 22 points to 4. They're quite popular, these fanzines in soccer, but there's quite a few coming up in the rugby. And Saints with the first one. Call the director, and it's well worth a read if you can get hold of them. So Saints making a substitution there with Tommy Frodsham coming back on for Mark Bailey, and Branthwaite coming on to replace Tony Delaney. Whitehaven kick off, and Saints put pressure back on him, kicking the ball straight back downfield. Ward comes up with possession, and Frodsham goes in for the tattle, but he's tattled on the far side. Is this a touch of the John Mooney's, do you think, bringing the players on? And it certainly could be, with new coach Mike McClellan coming on the scene. And obviously he's got different methods and what have you. Well, Roy Haggerty being penalised on the far side for holding Branthwaite down. Whitehaven take a quick tap. Put the Saints back under pressure. Full-back Willie Richardson for Whitehaven. He's on the field now, yes, he must have got 10 minutes in bin, mustn't he, before? But he's back on the field now. I didn't know whether it was him or the 11 Delaney. He was substituted just before half-time. He's back on the field now. It's Hetherington in possession, and Whitehaven 15 yards from the Saints line. Looking to get the first try on the board. Ward, inside ball to Howes. And it's Mounsey again. On to Ward again. Long ball across field. Quick hands onto Branthwaite. Fresh man. Got a lot of strapping on his right thigh there, but whether they're struggling or not, I don't know. Whitehaven, but ball it's Haggerty, and it goes back, and as I say, it's come up with possession. No, Whitehaven have it, and another 6 tackles to make it count. Mounsey, bring it blindside, on to Hetherington. Super tackle from Beavers. It's Whitehaven in possession, looking to get things underway. Ryan going centre field, jumps back into Shane Cooper. Bernard Dwyer had him, and Cooper completed the tackle. Ward, Cameron, straightening up, centre field. Farber just grabs him there. And it's Ward again. Misses out Hetherington, on to full-back Richardson, inside. Certainly looked a hint forward. Is that the 5th tackle? Yes, the referee's arm is outstretched. And it's Mounsey, on to Ward. Tries to grubber it through. Well, has the ball been knocked on? Must still be in the field of play. We're just going to get a scrum, are we, right under the sticks? Norman Lofthouse with the ball in his hands, and George Mann will just have to make sure he gets the ball and not Lofthouse's head, won't he? Or it is the changeover being ruled on the 6th tackle. Cooper moves it over to the left. George Mann, centre fielder, driving up. Lofthouse and Ryan. Well, he shouted hell before that, hadn't he, referee Morris? On to Groves. Farber moving it left. On to Les Quirk, it is on the far side. Saints get things underway. Whitehaven player injured. Well, I don't know whether that was on the touch judge's intervention on the far side. But an illegal play, the ball has been ruled. Whitehaven player injured, and referee Morris stops the clock. Well, while we're having a minute, I'll give another mention to Mrs. Holden from Blackbrook. She knows who she is, obviously. She's a Saints season ticket holder. Her husband, unfortunately, supports the Pie Eaters. So I bet they have some fun in their house on a Good Friday and Boxing Day and what have you. Unfortunately, she doesn't attend many away matches, but she attends all the home matches. Saints come up with a penalty there as Whitehaven knock on, or well, offside they're penalised for. But Mrs. Holding, as I said, she watches all the away matches on video. She watches the home matches as well, but she always attends the home matches. On to George Mann, centre field. Tommy Frodsham back in the thick of it. The ball's loose. Well, Whitehaven allowed to pick it up. Whether Lofthouse got fingers to it or not, I don't know, but Whitehaven are back in possession. 23 minutes of the second half gone. 22 points to 4 the score. And Richardson there coming in for the ball, but Beavers and Dwyer complete the tackle. Fryer at dummy half, onto Cameron, short ball there to Fisher. Good tackling there in the centre. Paul Farber it is. He's had a superb game today, as Farber must be in line for the Silk Cut sponsors Man of the Match award. Whitehaven in possession. Play stopped on the Saints 25. On to Hetherington. Good clamp tackle. 6th and final one now. Whitehaven, will they loft it? Will they run it? Loose play there. On to Blaney. And he chips it through. Awkward ball. Connolly takes it well. In his in-goal area. So that's a restart from the 25. Little bit of gamesmanship there from Whitehaven. Lofthouse there, he's urging his players on, but they take a lot of urging, even though they've played exceptionally well. I thought, man, unlucky there. Hey, it's on to Bernard Dwyer. I thought it had gone on to Tommy Frodsham, but it came back and Bernard Dwyer snapped it up. He's took a knock in the tackle. The clock stopped yet again. Bernard Dwyer just receiving treatment. Andy Bateman just coming out of the dugout, warming up. Perhaps he's going to come on for a run. Only 15 minutes of the game left. And things don't look too clever for Bernard Dwyer out there. Looks as though he's going to be yes, they're taking him off over to the main stand side. Is he back on his feet? He's able to walk off there, but he's going to be replaced. Andy Bateman coming on for a run out for the last 15 minutes. So a tremendous cheer as Andy Bateman come on. A popular figure here at Nosey Road since his signing from Hunslet. Took a knock at Salford a few weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago, and he's been out with 3 cracked ribs. Haggerty, inside ball to Groves. Lovely ball from Haggerty, support from the Saints there. The Saints move up to the Whitehaven 25. Devine at dummy half. Saints move it right. Cooper along the line. Prodsham. Tremendous sidestep, inside ball to Haggerty. Watch him strike. Oh, a superb ball to Loughlin, right under the sticks. Paul Loughlin there. By courtesy of Roy Haggerty, he started it off and he was there at the finish as well. A lovely flick ball inside to Loughlin. And since Mike McClellan came to Nosey Road, he must be impressed with this man, Haggerty. Tremendous forward, international packman, and he's always there and about, always looking to release the ball, and he did so brilliantly there. Loughlin extends the Saints lead by another 2 points, converts his own try, and it's 28 points to 4 now. Five tries and 4 goals, 28 points to the Saints. 2 penalty goals to Whitehaven and 4 points. Ryan kicks off, it's directly into touch, so that's a penalty to the Saints. And they can have a go for goal if he wants from the centre spot. For a tremendous team performance for the Saints now, they've got their act together, 28 points to 4. Only 4 points to 2 after half an hour. And then that brilliant Les Quirk again. I know I keep going on about it, but it was a pearler, wasn't it? A superb try from the penalty kick. Groves restarts just inside the Whitehaven 25. George Mann pushing the would-be tacklers off. Etherington trying to upend him there. Andy Bateman, first touch. Oh, onto Prodsham. Yes! Oh! Superb rugby from the Saints. Quick play, the ball wanted. Connolly at dummy half. Prodsham again. Lofted ball to Quirk. Takes it well. Just keeps in the field of play. Does very well there on the far side, Les Quirk. Loose play, centre field, but Haggerty's got it, and you've got to watch him. Releases it to Farber. Over to the left now, Farber. Has to come back inside. "12 minutes plus some stoppage time. Whitehaven penalised for offside, and I think Saints will elect to run it. Well, Cooper taps it and gets things underway. Devine comes back in, back to Groves now. Gives the dummy, changes direction, onto Prodsham. Gives it out to Haggerty. Watch this man go now. Well, solid tackling, robust tackling from Ryan there, if I may say so. Groves. Andy Bateman powering his way towards the line. 5 yards short. Get George Mann coming through on a diagonal run here. He'll take some pulling down. Groves. Farber. Yes! Farber goes in. Well, that'll crown a tremendous performance from the Saints and Paul Farber this afternoon. Paul Farber there latches onto that ball. No stopping Farber when he's close to the line. His 9th try of the season. He's had a superb game this afternoon, and I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come up with this £125 Man of the Match award. Loughlin now. Shouldn't have any problem, right in front of the sticks. Bangs it over. 34 points to 4. Loughlin's 5th goal of the afternoon, his 125th goal of the season. 34 points to 4 and still 10 minutes plus of time remaining. Farber gathers it from the kick-off. Finally allowed to get up by Howes, the Whitehaven captain. Tommy Frodsham taking it across field, looking to create a bit of space, but Whitehaven move up very quickly. They have played well this afternoon, you can't take anything away from them. They've had to come here against 3rd in the 1st division of Saints. Oh, unlucky there, Divine. Hetherington just gets it, he tried to grub it through. Whitehaven at the bottom end of the 2nd division in 15th place. Full-back Richardson. Whitehaven in possession and on the Saints 25. Mounsey onto Ward, onto Lofthouse, loses the ball. Well played, should have been allowed to go on. It come off a Whitehaven man there. Perhaps we got a better view than the referee. But Beavers picked it up well and Hunt was with him, and Hunt would have had a run in there. Well, on the scoreboard it just gives you out man of the match, Paul Farber, and rightly so. He's certainly laid some beautiful balls on today, some good touches, and crowned it there with an individual try. On to Hunt. So Saints penalised there, improper play the ball from Alan Hunt. And Saints penalised for offside again. Whitehaven now within 15 yards of the Saints try line. They haven't managed to penetrate it so far, but Ward there, he looks very lively in the second half, trying to prod and probe. Substitute forward Branthwaite. And Mounds it dummy half. Trying to scamper through. It looks as though a big gap had emerged. It's going to be a knock on, isn't it? Unlucky Paul Groves couldn't come up with it. Not cleanly anyway, he did come up with it, but he knocked it forward. Referee Morris right on the job. A good crowd here, I would imagine around about the 8th hour mark, and they certainly saw a feast of rugby this afternoon. Well, Saints penalised there for not packing correctly at the scrum, and Ward tries to get, well, finally does, tries to get his Whitehaven team underway. On to Cameron. Loughlin brings off a try-saving tackle. On to Ryan, but he's forced back by Tommy Frodsham. Well, I don't know, it's Ryan there mauling at the play of the ball, onto Shane Cooper, but it's Whitehaven that come up with a penalty. That's about the 4th in quick succession. Saints move up quickly. Divine completes the tackle. Whitehaven spread it onto Fisher. Out to number 4 Blaney. Solid tackling. Well, Lofthouse, he gets the ball. Is he going to go in? No, he's held on his back. Well, he was held on his back, man. But Lofthouse goes in. Perhaps he got his head to the ground and knocked the ball, and referee Morris couldn't pick it out. But anyway, Lofthouse goes in for a try for Castler, for Whitehaven. Certainly looked as though he was on his back. He was powering his way forward, but referee Morris was at the back and he gave the try, and that's all there is to it. He must have just touched it down before he was tackled on his back. But Mark Bailey's back on, replacing captain Shane Cooper. Cameron converts the Whitehaven try. Whitehaven in double figures now, 10 points against the Saints 34. No question about the results, but Whitehaven just penetrating the Saints defence there for the first time with just 5 minutes of the game to go. And from my angle anyway, it looked certainly a dubious decision. Bailey in at the tackle there. Malmsey at dummy half, onto Ward, Whitehaven moving it right, onto Ryan. I'll have to watch, get up quick Tommy before he mauls you and you get penalised. But it's onto Ward now, looking for the gap, trying to straighten up. He flings it out, onto Cameron. He's looking for the gap up centre field, but George Mann and Paul Groves force him back. Well, he shouted held. Sixth and final tackle. A big cheer goes up, and whether that's the final result or not, I don't know, but I can't see Widnes coming back. Oldham have beaten Widnes by 16 points to 4. As I said, we'll have them in the semi, I'm not bothered. As long as they keep Saints and Wigan apart for the final, and then we can give Wigan a good tonking at Wembley in reply for what they did to us last season. Haggerty, centre field, lovely ball to Farber. He's into clear, Loughlin with him. There's Loughlin going in for a brace. Well, it looked as though he was tripped over the line. There was Loughlin. But there's the try. Paul Loughlin going in for his second of the afternoon. A superb try there. Laid on by Farber again. He's in the thick of it there, isn't he? Well worthy of his Man of the Match award. And I prompted, I said he'd a good chance of coming up with this Man of the Match award early on in the second half. Had a tremendous game. This will bring the 40 points up when Loughlin bangs it right between the uprights. No problem. 40 points to 10. Tommy Frodsham now. Awkward ball from Groves to Devine, but he takes it well. An interception there, but it's gone down to ground. Personal tally of 20 points for Paul Loughlin this afternoon, 6 goals and 2 tries. Sean Divide to feed, midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Saints come up with possession, it's Frodsham now. Just 1 minute of normal time plus some stoppage time, and we've had a couple of minutes of that, haven't we, off referee Morris. Haggerty looking to get things underway. He has to take the tattle of Malmsey round the chest and Hetherington round the legs. Grove scampering through. Touch judge on the far side coming on as Paul Groves was fouled. Saints come up with the penalty, taken quickly by Groves. Man onto Hunt. Lofted ball, and he has to take the tattle as he got the ball to Alan Hunt. Bateman now on the diagonal, powering his way through. Fresh man, 10 yards short of the 25, the Whitehaven 25 that is. Bailey, Groves worked the run around, but it's Bailey in the clear. Oh, looked as though he was in the clear, but he just went down, must have had his ankles tapped. Quick play the ball, and the Whitehaven man offside there. But it's Beavers, had a quiet game by his standards today as Beavers. But Bailey scampering forward centre field, 15 yards from the Whitehaven try line. Haggerty onto Loughlin, out to Mann, juggles with it. Yes, Hunt's in. Alan Hunt in for his second of the afternoon. Well, he opened the scoring for the Saints in the 9th minute, and he finishes it off for the Saints, I would think, try-wise in the 39th minute. Alan Hunt goes in there. George Mann did some juggling with it, but he took it well. Fed it right to Hunt, and he just had to touch down in the corner. Another nail in the Whitehaven coffin, 44 points to 10. Possibly the one of the most difficult kicks for Loughlin that he's had this afternoon. He didn't convert Hunt's try in the 9th minute. That was in the far corner. This one in this bottom right-hand corner as you're viewing. The other was in the top right-hand corner. As Saints were playing up in the first half, but he's got the breeze with him and every chance of popping it between the uprights. Composing himself, no, swings it to the left. Not matter, will it? 44 points to 10 and just awaiting the final hooter. The Whitehaven to kick off, possibly the last kick of the match as Cameron kicks it deep up to the Saints try line. Alan Hunt stops it with his foot, gathers it safely, gets underway, upended about 15 yards away from his own line. Just played 2 minutes of time added on, and it's Mark Bailey. Still going, Lofthouse, and well, there's the final hooter, Lofthouse and Ryan. But Saints coming through, a tremendous 44 points to 10 win. Pulsating third round Challenge Cup tie. Whitehaven there, they're applauding the spectators, and rightly so. Even though they've only got 10 points, they've had to come here, they've had a lot of support. But Saints coming in with an 8-try performance. 2 from Hunt, 1 from Quirk, Cooper, Groves, 2 from Loughlin and 1 from Paul Farber. 6 Paul Loughlin goals. 44 points to 10, the final score. We're in the hat with Wigan and Oldham for the draw for tomorrow's semi-finals. As I said, I just hope they keep Saints and Wigan apart, because it would be nice to get them back on Wembley turf and smack the bottom for them, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for joining us. You've been with BSN, Broadcast Sport and News. My name's Ron Hoof. I hope you can join us again on Wednesday evening when Saints play Warrington, the rearranged fixture from today's match. So we look forward to joining you then. Thank you very much.